we have our chart so far, and there really are lots and lots of things we could continue to do to make changes. What's key here is that I would like you to understand that to make changes, it's really simple. You just click on the thing that you want to change, and then you can modify it. There are two ways to get there. I'm going to play with the title for a minute. So if I click on the title, then I can right-click and say Format Chart Title. So you'll notice that what I clicked on will probably show up here on the right when I right-click, and I can say Format Chart Title, and that'll bring up my sidebar where I can make changes or edit. And let me close that for a second. The other way I can get there is I can click on the chart and go to Design, and go to Format, and then choose Format Selection, and that will pop it out, and then I can just click on what I want to change as well. Either way works. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, but it's really powerful to be able to just go in here, click on stuff, and make changes. A couple of things that we didn't touch on that I want you to see. One is, for example, I don't like gray for housing. I'd like that to be a different color. So I can click on my data series. I can then click again on a specific data color or data point, and then I can go in here and change the fill on that. And we have all of the options that we had before on our background. So I could do a solid fill, which is what I'll do here because these guys are all solid as well. But I could also do a picture fill or a pattern fill or a gradient fill. In this case, we want a solid fill, and none of those colors because it won't stand out. So let me get a nice solid green to drop in there. And you can see that I'm able to change just the color of one thing. Also notice that my legend updated when I changed this color. The legend updated with it so that the colors are consistent. So that's good. In addition to formatting to make it look pretty, we can also control where the data is coming from or change the underlying data. To do that, I'm going to click anywhere on my chart area, right-click, and then choose Select Data. And that will open this box that allows me to control where my data is coming from. I have a switch row and column, which sometimes that's really useful. In this case, it's not going to be helpful because we only have one column of data, so when I switch it, it gives me a single color pie, which isn't useful at all. One of the things that is really cool from this Select Data Source screen, though, is that I can turn wedges on and off. If I wanted to, for example, turn off the entertainment wedge, I can come in here and just click it and then say OK, and now the entertainment wedge disappeared. And then I can turn it back on by going back to the same screen. I can also get there by going to the Design tab and then choosing Select Data, and that gets me to the same place. We can turn this guy back on. And so that's pretty useful.